going to Dresden as a culture program with TU Berlin, and it is quite dark for me here. Okay, we are waiting for the S-Bahn to get to the Hauptbahnhof to get bus to Dresden. It is a quite chilly, good day for like walking around and having a travel. Yes, let's see you later.
Hi, this is future me editing the Dresden video, and I thought there was not enough explanation about Dresden itself, so I thought it would be better to be having a narration like this by myself, and it means that I'll have extra work to do. Let's talk about the Dresden more. It is the whole purpose of this narration. And Dresden is the capital city of Saxony, where a lot of fortune was made with the silver mine. And Dresden currently houses a lot of technical universities. My friends are going to have an instant noodle in front of me. As we continue, Dresden currently houses a lot of technical universities and semiconductor fabs. I heard there is like 10 or more technical universities inside Dresden. And Dresden was heavily bombed in World War II. So a lot of historical sites such as the cathedral, schloss, and so on were rebuilt after the war. Due to that, we can see newer parts incorporated with the original parts. And the buildings were mainly made with sandstones. If we see the cathedral's wall, we can see the black part, which is oxidized original part, and the bright part, the repaired part. Back to the video, we arrived at Theaterplatz in front of King Johan's monument. The building in the back, now in the foreground, is the Dresden Opera House. And this large building is the Dresden Zwinger, now used as a gallery. Change of the scene. This is one of the four courtyards. You can see some Christian-related paintings on the white wall of this building. The guide also talks about that, but I'm sure I will reduce the volume for it. My explanation to pop out. If you look at the wall, it is gray with white drawings. This is a method of fresco, which we can see in Florence also. The wall has two layers of painting, gray on the bottom, white on the top. If we scrape out the white layer, the gray layer appears, and we can have an effect of a delicate exterior without using intricate structures. You see the tower, its windows are a bit tilted. That's because the tower has a spiral staircase. To match the view inside, it has tilted windows. These are painted with the method called al fresco. The painters paint when the wall is still wet, and as the wall dries, the color is absorbed into the wall. This method is easy to do, but the duration of the paint doesn't last long. This is the river Elbe, which flows directly through Dresden. The riverbank is ascended by the wall. Since this part of Dresden was Arstadt, the old city, it worked as a city defense wall. The two buildings we can see across the river are the ministry buildings. The left one is the Ministry of Culture, and the right one is the Ministry of Regional Development. Now, we are in front of the information center of the schloss. The ceiling looks like a glass ceiling at first glance. It's not made of glass. Since glass was too heavy to withstand its weight, this ceiling is made with two layers of ETFE membrane cushion with air between the layers. ETFE is a kind of polymer we use, transparent as you can see. So you can see the air hole if we look closer at each tiles. We enter the museum inside the schloss. This mainly contains the royal artifacts for festivals or feasts, like drinking vessels, like cups, bone, diplomatic bowl. This tall golden artifact is a clock. On the very top, a small marble rolls down, marking exactly 1 minute. You can see very detailed decoration on every side. This is a drinking cup. Obviously, it will be wine or like maybe water. I think it will be wine made with crystal. It is quartz. can see very detailed carvings inside. These are the silver weapons. As I mentioned earlier, Saxony had a large silver mine. There are a lot of diplomatically served silver weapons here. Unfortunately, the footage had black lines due to the line of light above. I substituted the footage with a still photo, but it is a bit out of focus. This large artifact is a coffee or teacup station. We can also see small statues drinking coffee or tea inside the station if we look closer, but it is not that close in the footage. The Indian Empire was very influential in Lower Saxony. This depicts the Indian Empire's palace as a miniature. You can see little elephants, soldiers, and like fan holding servants. Now we move on to the next exhibition. This is the throne room. Chair above there is a throne. And I'm impressed with the drawings on the ceiling. These are the materials that are used in the clock. Materials such as turtle shells are used. These are the clocks made with those materials. This is world's largest green diamond. It seems too heavy to carry around. This is the golden ring. As you can see, it is very golden. This was also destroyed a lot, almost entirely. Only original part is this one. Behind the candlestickish light, you can see that the color is different, darker than the neighboring parts. We also took the bus for 3 hours back to Berlin. It was a fulfilling, educational, of course, and interesting excursion. I'll return with the next video.